All right, Romeo, our producer here, is wondering. There seems to be a theme this morning, and it's ultimatums. Is it time to give his girlfriend an ultimatum?
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know how to explain this. I think now that COVID is kind of like, or not over, but like
that was funny, right?
That was funny.
Hey, that's the promo.
I'm not laughing.
No, COVID's not over,
but
bro.
things are more openly, and you can go do things now, like at least on the weekends, right? And so
people are vaccinated and wearing masks and still social distancing, but we are a more open society now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
Kristen speaks politically correct.
Because there is a vaccine available, we're sort of more open. Although some people are still not getting it,
Yes.
we have to remain sort of closed.
Kristen is coming with politically correct subtitles today.
What
That's
you
exactly.
meant was
she's translating for me.
Be responsible when you're out.
So I kind of find myself like, I told you guys about like not having any friends or being able to hang out with people, and I think it's this like dating my girlfriend, and I think a lot of people went through this. They got into like long distance relationships because during like the hard time of COVID, it was easy. Like there was nowhere to go out. You could just stay home, FaceTime them, talk to them on the phone. That's all you could really do.
Right.
So it was easy, and like now that things are opening up, I'm going to do things like I'm doing events. I hang out with Yvonne. I'm hanging out with some Katie or whatever. So I'm going out, and I'm finding myself like this guilt of if I go out tonight, it means that I'm not talking to my girlfriend because she lives in Arizona. So there's a 3-hour difference. And so, there's certain days where she works 12-hour shifts. So by the time she gets home, it's like 7 p.m. her time, 6:30 her time, but it's already like 9:30, 10 p.m. for me, which is the time I should go to bed. But if I want to speak to her, I need to stay up a little longer to be able to talk to her. And so this whole time that we were dating, our idea was we're going to end up in California together eventually, And so my idea was I'm going to graduate and I'm just going to move out there because I have nothing else here for me. Then I get this job. And so I have a great opportunity now in my hands.
It's really not a great job.
It is for me. You've been doing this way too long, that's why.
He's over it.
I answered phones. Look where I am.
It wasn't a great job then either.
It wasn't, but look where I got.
Yeah, answering phones is not the best part. I'll say that. Some people are mean and rude and just it's so early.
Have you been
sometimes.
keeping your burn book?
No, I stopped.
I gave him advice. I'm like, you need to keep a burn book, and anytime somebody calls with a complaint about a show member, you write it down, and then you bring it to us, and we try to guess who the complaint's about.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
That's a
I'll
great
start it back
idea.
up. It wasn't good for my mental health, honestly.
There's too much Davi complaints, right?
You've got a show to do. Forget about your mental health.
So this whole time I thought we had this idea that we were going to end up in California together eventually. And so I get this opportunity, and then now I'm working with Yvonne, who's with us on Q99 like after the show, right? And I'm working with her and doing events for her as well. And so I'm learning that I'm growing in my career like a lot more, and I'm seeing all these opportunities coming up now that like more events are happening. And so I felt like she was in a position for me to ask her to move to me. And she just said no, that she doesn't see herself in the East Coast. She's a West Coast girl, so she doesn't see herself out here. And more specifically, she doesn't see herself in Georgia. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, I don't think I'm ready to go to California, and I don't think I'm ready to give up this opportunity because I do feel like here I'm growing and I'm choosing myself and my career and where I'm going to go. And I really believe that I'm going to go somewhere. Like I really do. You know what I mean? And so I thought about you and how you asked Bart to move to North Carolina when you first moved.
Yep.
And he did it. And I was just like, okay, cool. Then I talked to Tommy and Renee, and I know he moved to California, and she followed him. So I was just like, okay, let me just ask. And just, because I feel like if you're down for me and you're believing me that we're going to make it somewhere, I'm going to ask this of you because I'm asking for you to move here for 1, maybe 2 years. Allow me 2 years to continue to grow.
Yep.
And then we'll go to the West Coast where it's expensive to live. But if I can go with a good established career, it will be affordable.
So let me ask you this question. If the roles were reversed, all right, so she was working her way up the corporate or whatever ladder, and things were looking really, really good. Would you uproot here and go there?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was my issue because I thought oh yeah, like if I didn't have the Bert Show and if I didn't have all these opportunities that are happening, I would have moved by now.
Would
And
you
so-
have? It's
yes.
easy to say.
No, I would have because I've done it before. I don't like. No offense to my family, I don't like being around them too much. You know what I mean?
You need space. Is that why you went to school in Delaware?
Yes.
I get that.
I like y'all, man.
Do you know how hard he's trying to get out of the country to El Salvador? It had nothing to do with visiting his grandparents. He just wanted to get away from his parents.
Well, you said if roles were reversed, but like, where is she right now? Does she have stuff going on that she's building, or
So she's a manager for one of this company. They have warehouses all over the place. Everybody uses them. You know what I mean? And so she works for them, but she has a contract with them to stay there at that location for a year. But
Okay.
after that's over, she's able to transfer. And because they have so many warehouses everywhere, that was why I thought I could ask, because after your
Okay.
contract is over, you could ask to move to a warehouse in Atlanta or somewhere around in Atlanta. So
but she's not down for it?
Yeah, she's not down for it. So-
Which, I mean, she's entitled to that. I
Yeah.
mean,
And so I feel like, yeah, we got to this point where I realized, oh yeah, our paths are no longer going the same direction. I feel like you won one thing, you're chasing California, and that's your end goal. My end goal is myself and my career and what I believe that I can do. And so I feel like they're no longer aligning. Why am I gonna continue to hold you back, or
Yeah.
you hold me back? And that was like why I gave her an ultimatum, pretty much,
And again, how long have y'all been going out?
for 2 years.
2 years now. I just feel like, the romantic knee-jerk reaction is always love conquers all. But you know what's really important also? Timing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
money.
really, really important. What's that?
And money.
And money. The timing of money. So maybe you guys timing. I don't think you need to blow this thing up right now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're talking about a year where she's stuck there anyway in a
Right.
contract, right? But maybe in a year, if things are really vibing between the two of you guys, maybe she'll go, you know what, I'll give this East Coast thing a try.
Have y'all talked about how much time you're willing to give each other to figure it out before y'all have to make the decision ultimately?
No, so that was my thing. I've been very strong about like, give me 1 year, give me 2 years at most to like continue to grow. Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like every week I get like a new opportunity where I can go do something like that, like helps me grow myself. And so that's why I told her 1 year, 2 years, but I think she sees it like if she comes here, my family's here, I'm going to feel more like,
Yeah.
comfortable and I
She's
want
not
to stay
getting you out.
forever. So I'm just like, it's not forever. I want to leave here too.
The Bert Show.